All right, welcome back. Harmless Dave here talking about being hacked yesterday and doing it real time for few real people out there, just like you and me. All right, so yeah, something weird happened yesterday to the channel. A video was uploaded that I already uploaded to the platform, which I'm not sure how that happens. But it was up and it was deleted, but it's still up there as far as the original video goes. Yesterday, I did a video about Roger Waters getting canceled. And again, I have some opinions, and apparently, there are people out there that don't like these opinions. And I did a video critiquing the rock media and how their views have changed on certain topics. And it's quite obvious. When I was a kid, I didn't even agree with this stuff that they were saying because I thought it was crazy. But as an adult, I've realized that a lot of what people like Waters and other people back in those days were saying ends up being true. Now, it is a bit of a stressful thing when you're locked out of your own account and all you're doing is minding your own business. You upload a video. Yeah, and needless to say, I had a controversial guest on my other channel yesterday who said some pretty wild things. And, I'm expecting maybe YouTube to just pull the video down or give me a warning or do something, right? But it's almost scarier this way when people are attacking you and hacking your account. And it feels like a violation of privacy, obviously. And you fear that everything you have worked for is just going to go down the drain immediately. The other issue is, somebody reached out to me yesterday and said that I should really stay in my own lane, that I'm just an angry old man. I'm not that old. I mean, I'm old, but I'm not that old. um I should just stay in my own lane, which means, talk about mindless things. No offense to the music community and no offense to the rock community. Some of it is interesting, and I get bored with it because the kind of music I like is fading. It's fading away, and pretty much everyone understands that. And what most people are doing now is recycling the old stuff that people have already said and stating it in a new way. Stevie Nicks has a problem with Lindsey Buckingham, stuff like that. Stuff we kind of already know about. I've tried to share new music, which again, people come along and say, don't do that. Nobody's interested in that. So nobody's interested in hearing the same stuff recycled over and over again. So I've injected some current events, some politics, some pop culture stuff. I talked about what happened at halftime at the Super Bowl. I talked about the Grammy Awards. So yeah, it's music-ish, music-related stuff. I guess people just want me to talk about who's got the better guitar tone and whose drumming is more exciting. I mean, I can talk about those things, but there are a lot of people that already do that stuff. So, with the world falling apart in so many different ways, I decided that I was going to take a different tact. I was going to explore some other things. You can relate what rock stars are doing and saying, and the causes they support. You can relate all of that to content and opinion that I think is pretty unique. And hence, that is why I decided to go in that direction. That, in effect, I was bored. Now, maybe I just keep those political discussions over on the other channel I have. I don't know. I think a lot of this that relates to music is important, and I'm reaching a bigger audience, supposedly, even though I would say I'm about 90% sure that the content is being throttled back when I do that. a video where I should get, maybe 8,000 views, I'm getting like 2,000 views based on the averages and based on the other content. I know people want to hear the salacious news about who's doing what, especially when it comes to the band Journey. And then I get hit with, well, you're always talking about Journey. I thought this was going to be about other things. And it is. If you go look at the videos, yeah, I do a lot of Journey content, and there are a lot of other videos, a lot of other topics. So I'm a little shaken. I'm going to be honest with you folks. I've been doxxed before. I've been threatened before over this. This is what I do. And I've been, essentially all the things that can happen to somebody who's trying to do some kind of social media presentation, whether it's Facebook, Twitter. Maybe Elon Musk needs to take over everything. I'm not saying he's the solution to the problem, but somebody needs to come along and ensure that there's good security, that threatening people aren't going to be, able to access you and your family and your ideas and your work. And that's really what this is all about. And again, I'm not doing really fancy content over here. And I get that too. Well, it's kind of low production value. And, I'll go watch something else. Okay, good, great. I've never said don't watch something else. I think the part of the charm of yours truly is that I just do what I like to do. And if other people don't like it, that's fine. That's fine. There are so many choices on YouTube, and there's so many other media platforms. You got Rumble now, and you've got Odyssey. And I don't think I'll be hacked on those two platforms. Maybe I will be. Who knows? Doesn't really matter because I'm getting like 15 views or something when the video gets transferred. And we had a couple of those videos that suddenly just stopped syncing to Rumble. So I don't know what happened there. Maybe something happened there. I don't know. And I do care because I think that might be the future if people just don't want to hear alternative viewpoints. As far as the Roger Waters thing goes, all right, I'm just saying people have differing opinions on the situation between certain countries. They have differing opinions. But it seems that the media and people in general don't want those other opinions going out there. And they go after, you as an individual. It's an ad hominem personal attack. Well, you're an angry old guy. Okay, sure. Again, you can talk to my wife and kids. I'm not an angry old guy. And again, these are people that don't know you personally. And then they try to get into your brain. They try to get into your life somehow. I pick up this thing and it's useless. It's useless. And I got to go in and try to figure out how to fix all that was undone yesterday, all the stuff that was broken. So in any event, I'm not even sure if this video is going to upload. I hope it does. And if it does, please support the channel. Okay. Whatever you can do. And by the way, Patreon is another place where people just show up and they start stuff. They say things. They, then it feels like trolling, and it sure looks like trolling. And, you call it out and they say, no. But we're in a new paradigm, the whole bot thing and I don't think it's AI. I just think these are people who have an axe to grind for whatever reason. It's amazing how much free time people have. It just is. I mean, I don't have a traditional full-time job, but I find that doing this and the other things I do, the research, the interviews I do, there's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes. I try to, select topics that I think people will be interested in. There's a lot that goes into it. And by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it's like, wow, you spend a lot of time doing this, and it is very time consuming. And then you've got your other life responsibilities. So I wonder how other people manage to make so much time to just do this kind of thing. Like this is their life's work. Like this is what they want to do. They want to irritate you. They want to say things. I don't go on anyone's social media and start hammering and bashing. And there are a couple of times I've critiqued people here and there, but it isn't about you're just a bad person, and that's how I feel today. And I'm pretty sure I'm not a bad person, but again, that's my point of view. So I wish I had more interesting and enthusiastic things to say. I wish I could tell you I found this amazing band that everybody's got to hear. That might be the next video, but for now, hacking sucks. I'm just going to let you know, because you feel like this whole thing could just, House of Cards just could come right down because you're not following the narrative. And I know there are a lot of people that don't understand what that even means. Okay, there's a narrative. Okay, you're supposed to think a certain way about the war in Ukraine. You're supposed to think a certain way about certain countries. That you just can't think a different way about that because we've been conditioned for as long as we've been alive to think a certain way. And if you step out of that, then you're a target. Even if you're right. I mean, look what was reported yesterday about the Wuhan lab thing. I mean, for 3 years, people have been saying that, and all of a sudden, and I don't know if I was talking about where it came from, but I had done a lot of research, and it appeared that this was not just, a random thing, that it had an origin. And I remember the orange guy, he was talking about this too. And so I don't know, folks, I'm going to keep on keeping on. I may actually, kind of put the stuff that I want to talk about, which is a little bit more controversial outside of the music thing, but this is a tie-in. Roger Waters, it's a tie-in. All right. So maybe I should put that on the other channel only, and just talk about bunnies and unicorns over here on the Real Music Observer. Maybe that's what I should do. So in any event, thanks for being here. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Funny thing is, some of the subscriptions have been going back up, and I've been noticing the videos getting viewed a bit. So I'm thankful, I'm grateful, but I'm thinking that maybe they're hoping that YouTube would have taken care of these things, and YouTube didn't do it. So kudos to YouTube for leaving it up. That might be premature to say that, but at least for now, again, I thank everybody for sticking with me, and I will see you soon.